Hello everybody, I'm Buzz, and I'm going to do our initial thoughts review this evening on the Imotion2 V Plus e-cig. It's a variable voltage device. The makers are CigStar, and it comes from China, and a Mr. Levin from CigStar was kind enough to send me this unit for review. And we'll just take a quick look at it tonight. Let's see, they come in black, chrome, and white, or I believe the website said if you ordered 100 of them, the vendor, you could get pretty much any color you wanted. So might be like, if people like these, there could be custom colors and whatever come out. Something neat to have. Let's see, it's fairly heavy. It's made out of brass, and it's chrome plated up here at the top and the bottom, painted here on the side. The paint seems to be pretty durable. Has a plastic button. See there, it lights up when you press it, bright blue. That's kind of like that part of it. Has a nice big screen on it, easy to read, 2-digit LED display. And let's see, battery cap on the bottom. Okay, it has a 510 native connection, and although it will use some Ego products, it doesn't have the Ego connection. It has the 510 deep weld connection, we'll call it, for lack of a better term. And all of your Ego stuff won't fit on there. I believe like an Ego Stardust, I've never used one, but I've heard people say like some of that stuff won't work on the Z Max. Well, it won't work on this either without an Ego adapter. But like the Ego Clearamizers, where it has just the 510 and it's still made for an Ego, that kind of thing will work okay on here. It has some styling on it, some notches cut into it. Some grip things cut in. It's got slots and dots. They went all out on this one. Let's see. It uses pulse width modulation. It has reverse battery protection, battery monitoring when it reaches 3.4, 3.2, I believe, 3.2, I think. It shuts the unit down so you can't draw too much juice out of your battery, ruin your battery, and or probably your mod, your chip inside your mod too. Let's see, has an amperage limit, which is 5 amps. That's pretty nice. You can use dual coils on it, no problems. It's thermal monitoring. When it gets too hot, it'll shut it down. It has a max output of 20 watts, and that's pretty much all the electronic features of it. Okay, the cap, they did a nice job machining. Didn't need any chapstick to make it screw nice and smooth. It does use AW batteries. That's what I have in it. The cap has 5 vent holes in it. I take that back. The cap has 4 vent holes in it. They've put a little thought into this mod. I'll show you, which I thought was pretty neat. It took a little effort to do that. See that notch in there? That's where your vent holes are at. But each one of those notches line up with one of the lines, grip lines, I guess, on the mod, which is it's not a big deal, you know, if it didn't, but it is a nice thing that it did. You know, it just means they took a little care onto that. I think personally, oh, that's another thing. You see me take the battery out of that. We'll go to the voltage. Okay, let's run through the menu real quick while we're here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Variable voltage, or voltage up, voltage down. So you can see it. That is sleep mode. It's on. Okay, so if you leave it sitting for a little while, it goes to sleep. That's voltage up, voltage down, sleep mode on, check battery, display atomizer. That's your atomizer resistance. That's LED on off, and then back to voltage up. Okay, I'm gonna see. I took the battery out. It remembered my setting, even though there was no battery in it. So that's a lot of the mods are having that these days. That's a nice feature to have. Okay, let's screw on a 2 ohm atomizer, and this thing is another hard hitter, raw power to your accessory mod that seems to be a pretty popular thing these days. Let's go to change the voltage. Well, voltage down. There I have it at 3.2. I have a 2 ohm 306 atomizer inside of my DCA. I mean, that thing hits pretty hard. I'm not going to go into all the numbers right now. It's just an initial review, but I have put my scope on it. It uses the frequency of the pulse width modulation that you can't use a regular voltage meter on it. You have to use a scope, and it definitely brings a lot of power to your accessory of choice. Produces tons of vapor, and for something like that, it works pretty good. Good hitter. Seems to be. I've used it for. Oh, I got it. Dang it! I dropped something. It's one of these days I'll make a whole review and not drop something. I got it Saturday. It's Monday. I've used it quite a bit. Battery life, oh, I'd say straight vaping. I don't do a like a 1 minute burn and see how long the battery lasts. I'm not that scientific. Don't have enough patience to do all that. I'm guessing about 16 hours of vape time on a battery. I've used it quite a bit, and seems to be running no good. Now here we go with a 4.5 ohm cartomizer on a tank, or with a tank, which normally I would run that at 5.4 volts. So I'm going to set it up to about 5. Still a little wimpy at 5, so let's go a little higher. Try it at 5.4. That's better. So, you know, with that, it seems to work just about what I'd like it at. But with that 306 atomizer, I had to turn it way down. I don't know, who knows? One of the mysteries in life. It's a little bit different having the big cap on there where the electronics are. You know, Most of them, the tube goes all the way up. It's not two separate pieces. It's okay for that. Now here's something that I personally didn't like that well. Okay, let's put that on. Ready, go. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. Well, that's my counting. I did that with my my cell phone and stopwatch on it, and I came up with 9 seconds 3 times in a row. So it's got a 9-second delay on there. I don't really like that. I find a lot of times that my I'm not quite done with my draw at 9 seconds. Not always, but enough that why didn't they make it 10 like the standard? A lot of them have a 10-second draw cut off, or make it 15. What difference does it make? Make it long enough that I never have to have that issue that it stops working. That's my biggest complaint with that. So that's really not too much, and it's not that big of an issue. Let's see, did I change something? Okay, there we go. See, I took it right to the end of the draw, and then when that goes into that shutdown mode, it's not like it just quits and you can let up and repress the button. It clicks for maybe a second or two. It goes on and off and flashes, so you have to wait for that before you can start vaping again. So like I said, it's very minor. It's not that big of a deal, but it is there, so I'm reporting it. I would say if they change that limit on there, that they would have a pretty nice mod. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the performance of this. I'll get back with you in a couple of weeks, and we'll see what our final conclusions are. May give it the over to the shoulder test, see if it bounces off the floor and still works good. But I think it will. It seems to be built pretty solid. Anyway, that's the quick look at the Imotion. Just drew a blank. I want to keep saying Imotions V2, but it's an Imotion2 V Plus from CigStar. And if you see this one in the markets and you're looking for something new or different, or I would say as a first PV, it'll probably have a pretty good price on it. I imagine they'll sell from the vendors about 80 bucks or so. So wouldn't be a bad one to pick up when it comes out. And that's everything I got to say about this at this time. And keep on vaping.